Hello, hello. About 2 weeks ago, the Lord woke me up about 4 a.m. and I was coughing and spluttering. And the Lord told me specifically it's because of the detergent, or it's because of the washing powder or washing liquid that they've used on the sheets. So I moved into a new place and they were kind enough to make my bed for me, and they provided like the duvet covers and the duvet for me, which was lovely. However, whatever washing liquid or washing powder they used, I'm obviously very sensitive to, or they've got a lot of toxic chemicals inside these products. So about 5 years ago, I started to become really intentional in the things that I was using, the products that I was using on my skin. I tried to stop using products with loads of chemicals in. I stopped using pharmaceuticals. I started opting for a more natural, herb style, natural healing lifestyle. So I started to use herbs and plants as medicine, and I started to use things like lemons as natural cleaning products mixed with water. So you can use lemons on virtually anything, by the way. Lemon works not only for lifting stains out of carpets, but it's really good for cleaning ovens and cleaning all the surfaces, disinfecting the sides, things like that. Actually, there is lots of lemon, or lemon juice is included in almost all actually disinfectant sprays. It has lemon in quite a lot of the time. Lemon will work, the juice, squeezing it just on the surface on its own. So I started using this, and I started using products that had, around 99% toxin-free natural ingredients. So, the washing liquid that I normally use does still have some bad ingredients in, but it's not as bad and it doesn't affect me. So what the Lord was telling me was, actually, it was whatever the sheets have been washed in, and it's because my head had been on the pillow inhaling the fumes all night. Okay, so that's how bad that was for my lungs there. And it's not because I'm allergic. It's because I started to fast and started to remove these things from my lifestyle, and then my body became more sensitive to them. Okay, so it's not anything to do with an allergy. It's not anything to do with your immune system. It is because I stopped using all of these products. So then my body became more sensitive. My sense of smell became more sensitive. So now when people sit next to me with cologne or strong perfume on, I can't sit next to people. I have to sit in the back of the car, or I have to stick my head out of the window when someone sits next to me, because the chemicals in the perfume, cologne, whatever is on the person, in the air freshener, right, is that bad it causes me to choke up and nearly vomit sometimes. Okay, and again, it's not because I'm allergic, it's because I stopped using and became then sensitive to the smell, to how it feels on the chest. We have become numb to all these pesticides, toxins and things in everything. So okay, moving on to the actual message. But I just wanted to make that clear. So as I woke up like that, I started coughing and spluttering, and Lord said to me, Fabuloso. And I was like, huh? And then he said myxomatosis. Okay, so when I visited Mexico was when I first encountered Fabuloso. And this was probably about a year after I had started my fasting lifestyle. And started becoming more and more sensitive to chemicals. Now, they were using Fabuloso on the floors in the hostels that I was staying in, and I could not sit in the hostel room. I had to leave the hostel room for hours before I could go back in there, because it was that bad on my chest. So I noticed how bad Fabuloso was then. So the Lord said Fabuloso and myxomatosis. So what the Lord said to me was Fabuloso and Zoflora, those two products in particular, were dangerous to dogs, cats and smaller animals, and humans, but humans over a longer period of time, because we have larger lungs. We can be exposed to more toxins in a longer period of time, but it's literally because of our lung capacity. Okay, so if someone is extremely sensitive, being that they have strayed away from some of these products for a long time, their body has become sensitive to them, it's particularly can cause illness. It's quite dangerous. Okay, so it's been a danger to smaller animals and humans over a long period. So house rabbits getting sick may be labeled as having myxomatosis. So actually, house rabbits are going to get sick. They might have already started to get sick, and they're going to display similar symptoms to that which myxomatosis displays. Okay, so it's going to be toxicity. Actually, it's going to be toxicity from the chemicals they're being exposed to by being walking around on the floors that are getting washed in this horrendous chemical pesticide stuff, whatever it is. And what the Lord told me was that pesticides may have caused big problems also with wild rabbits. And they say that wild rabbits myxomatosis, this disease, I'm not sure what causes it, but the Lord is telling me that wild rabbits may display symptoms of myxomatosis when they've been exposed to harmful, heavy pesticides. Okay? So the Lord used me waking up coughing and reacting to these chemicals and these toxins on my pillowcase to tell me about what was happening with smaller animals and rabbits around the world. Okay, so Zoflora too is another toxic disinfectant or whatever product it is. I don't use any of these products. I don't endorse them. I would never endorse them. I think that some of the stuff that they put in these things are highly dangerous. Okay, so I did a quick search. I searched for class action lawsuit. And I searched for Fabuloso. So I actually found a class action lawsuit for Fabuloso. It was known to cause bacterial contamination, is the term that they used. Colgate Palmolive recalled 5 million bottles of Fabuloso, and they had a $1.93 million settlement fund to divide between claimants. Okay, so there were that many claimants and it was that bad that they had a settlement for $1.93 million. Okay, so the Lord said to me, pay attention. The Lord says this to me all the time, pay attention. The devil is in the details. So all these people who call out God for being such an awful God and letting us get disease and letting us get illness, the Lord does not the Lord allows things to happen, but it's not him that causes it. Okay, it's not him that's placing toxic chemicals into the products that we are using as humans. So pay attention. The devil is in the details. Okay, so air fresheners do not freshen the air. Actually, they spray toxic chemicals into the air, which we are then inhaling. So this could be a problem for animals as well, especially smaller animals. Okay, so look out for these products that say bacteria, they kill bacteria, or they kill COVID as well. The products that make out like they kill off infections and things like that. Be very wary of the ingredients. Pay attention to the details. Look at your ingredients. Google your ingredients that are in your products. Okay. So the company said, Fabuloso said, there was a risk of bacterial growth. People who are most at risk are those with weakened immune systems. Most sensitive are at risk is what we've put in brackets. The most sensitive people are at risk, i.e. children, small animals. We're all at risk because our bodies aren't supposed to have these things around us. We aren't supposed to be exposed to these kind of chemicals, high concentration chemicals like this. So what they said was bacteria can enter the body if inhaled through the eyes or through a break in the skin. You know what else can enter the body through a break in the skin if inhaled through the eyes? Chemicals. Toxic chemicals can enter the skin. Toxic chemicals can enter the bloodstream if we put them on our hands, if we are rubbing hand creams with toxic chemicals in. That is soaking into our skin, into our bloodstream, and guess what? We can get poisoning from that. Okay. So I looked up Zoflora as well, and Zoflora had issued a safety warning over potentially harmful vapors when someone put an ad or a video on TikTok about putting Zoflora in hot water and allowing the vapors to fill the room with a nice smell. So what they found was they had to issue a safety warning because of the potentially harmful vapors coming from the disinfectant in the water, like going out into the air, vaporizing into the air, like in people's homes. So yes, this was the message, that there are small animals that are going to get more and more sick, and humans are going to get more and more sick. People are going to get more and more sick because of these toxic chemicals. The chemicals in these products are getting worse and worse. They have this Fabuloso class action lawsuit. Why are Colgate and Palmolive still running? Why are they still running when these things are causing severe illness in people? They just $1.9 million settlement fund, and you know, they're good to go. They can just continue selling products, okay? So be careful. Again, be careful what you allow in your environment. Be careful what you allow on your skin. Be careful what you allow to absorb in your body. Be careful what you put on your head. Be careful what you have your animals around. Pay attention to the details. Start using more natural products, things like lemons to clean. You can even use lemon to clean the floor, you know, squirt half a lemon juice in some water and clean the floor with it with a mop, okay? You don't need to buy these toxic, harmful chemicals to clean your kitchen, to clean your bathroom. It's perfectly okay to use these natural ingredients, which we were using beforehand anyway. They don't have all the added extra chemicals that are causing all these health problems for people and animals. So pay attention. The devil is in the details. I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.